Hi, my name is Mia. I'm here with my dad, Ralph. The date is May 25th, 2022, and we're recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. What's your name?
Ralph
name?
Villalobos III.
When and where were you born?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois, January 4th, 1972.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I honestly wanted to be in the Navy.
Did that ever work out for you?
No,
Why not?
because when I enlisted, I found out I was colorblind, and when I went to boot camp, my father and grandfather were having surgery, and since I was the last male in our bloodline, I got out.
Do you wish that you could have been in the Navy?
I did. I wished I would have followed through, but I don't ever dwell on the past.
How was your childhood?
Like everybody's childhood.
Do you wish that you can change anything in your life?
No.
How many kids do you have?
7.
Who's your favorite child?
They're all my favorite. The youngest always has a special place, though.
How was your life like as a teenager?
Rough.
Why was it rough?
My parents decided to move us out of Chicago for a better life, so we moved to the suburbs. And we were the second Mexican family to move into a white neighborhood. So I was still fighting my whole life.
How did you meet my mom?
I met your mom first on a bus. Even though she was always right there in front of the house, I would come home from work and just be exhausted and not pay no minds to whoever was in front.
Do you wish that you would have talked to her sooner than you did?
Yes, definitely.
How has she changed your life?
She made me a better man.
How has having kids changed your life?
It made me have to grow up and stop being a child, and stop doing dumb stuff because I had others that depended on me.
Was it hard being a single dad raising your first 3 kids?
Yes, it was very hard.
Do you wish you could have done better or done something different with them?
Yes, I do, and I don't. I mean, I wish I could have been there more for them, but I had to work 2 jobs just to make ends meet and provide for them.
Do you wish that you could be in another field of working besides being a chef?
No, because the 2 things that I love to do is I love to build and I love to cook. And both fields, the mentality on both fields are very much similar.
Why did you want to become a chef? Or why did you become a chef?
I have 4 sisters, and I was the only one that was always there right next to my mom's when she was cooking, trying to see what she was doing and just wanting to learn. And then when I was 16, I started as a busboy, and they liked the way I worked. I was a dishwasher, and then they brought me in the kitchen, and I started cooking. And then when I started having kids, I had to make more money. So that's when I went to construction.
Was it hard being the only boy growing up with sisters? With all sisters?
Yes and no. It was hard because I had to fight off a lot of boys, but then I got to meet all my sister's friends.
Is it hard watching your kids grow up?
Sometimes. I'm very proud of the way that a lot of them have matured over the years, even after dealing with the struggles that they went through. And sometimes I just get upset by the dumb moves that they make.
Do you wish you have a better relationship with anybody in life? Do you wish you changed the way you said something or did something?
I wish when my mom was dying that I could have really opened up to her. And I wish that my father and I were closer than we were.
Do you think you could have done anything different to help that?
No. I always felt like he treated my brother-in-laws better than he did me. Treated them more like a son than he did his only son. But I can't say what he could have done.
If you can tell him something right now, what do you think you'd say?
I just say I love you. And no matter what problems we've had in the past, I've always loved you.
Do you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to in your life?
Up to this point, yes. But I feel like there's so much more. I have 7 beautiful children, 8, almost 9 grandchildren. And I feel like my wife and I have always been there. Mommy and I have always been there for all of our kids. And we see how you guys are growing, how you guys are maturing. And that makes everything that we did feel better.
What do you want in your future? Like, what do you think you have?
I want my youngest to go off and be successful. I want Mommy and I to get out of Chicago and start our own business. And I just want us to be able to enjoy retirement before we have to mandatory retire and die. I don't want to wait till 65 or 67 and then we don't have very many years left.
What kind of business do you want?
I wanted us to open up a restaurant, / bar. Just someplace that we can just enjoy each other, enjoy what we're doing.
What's it like having almost 9 grandchildren?
Awesome. It's awesome. I get no better pleasure than when they come over.
Even when they destroy the house?
Even when they destroy the house.
Even when they're crying and screaming and putting candy on the floor and writing on the walls and the carpet?
Even with all that. Without family, where are we? Where are we at if we don't have family to carry on?
What is one thing you hope your kids carry on as like a family tradition?
Our sense of pride and our sense of togetherness. You know, Mommy and I will always be there for everyone, and we always want everyone together when we have occasions. We want that to continue. I'm going through that right now with my family. Now that my father passed, I don't know if we're going to stay together or see each other. Maybe on a holiday. Who knows? I don't want that for you kids. I want you kids to always remember family is the only one that you can count on.
Do you think you have to be the one to step up to keep the family together now that Grandpa's gone?
I feel like it's being placed on my shoulders, and that's it's a tough burden. You know how Grandpa was
Yeah.
at every family function, at Christmas and everything else.
Better tell the story right. The
He was-
reindeer on the
he was
roof
the
to the
one.
left.
He was the one. That's why Mommy's already starting to buy different gifts for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
And I am his namesake, so I have to continue it on.
It's been hard. Has it been hard since Grandpa's been gone? How do you feel like you've had the right time to process it and people have helped you and or like given you the time?
I don't think I've fully accepted it yet. And I know when I do, when it hits me, it's going to be bad. It's going to be hard. It took months before I accepted my mother dying. And now that my father's dead, it's going to be hard. I think I've just been occupying my time to not have to deal with it.
Do you think there's any way that we, your family, can help you with that?
I would like to say yes, but in reality, no, because when somebody goes through something like this, it's something that they have to deal with on their own, and that they have to try and understand, comprehend, and accept on their own. Because no matter what anybody says, they're not going to understand it. When my mother passed away, I just continued acting like everything was fine and just started shutting people out that would constantly question me because don't ask me. I'm fine. If I tell you I'm fine, leave it at that. I cried in the shower so many times I can't even tell you. And I'll probably end up doing that with my dad. But no, nobody can. They can be there for you, let you know that they're there. But ultimately, it comes down to when you're ready to accept it and you're ready to deal with it and face it and acknowledge the truth. That's when it hits you.
Why do you love wolves?
Well, my last name, Villalobos. Villalobos. And that's where we've been. That's where we've been branded our whole life. That's why I've got a pack on me. I've got all of you kids' names. Most of you kids' names. I'm running out of room.
Are you excited for Milani to be born?
Yes. Yes, I am.
How did you feel when you first found out about her?
I don't know. That's a good question. I was happy and mad because I thought it was with somebody else. And then when Cassandra told me, I was even more mad. But at least she's got the same baby daddy for both.
Are you happy with yourself?
Yes. Yes, I am. Your mother helped me a lot as far as changing a lot of the bad habits I had, as far as the people I hung around with and the stuff I used to do and the trouble I used to get into. She helped me a lot. She showed me what true love is. And I've never felt that in my whole life.
Are you proud of the men that your daughters have chosen to be with?
Yes and no. Some of them, no. Some of them, yes. Some of the no's have transformed their life and came around to yes. You're never going to be happy with who your daughter chooses. Because that's your baby. You have to learn to accept them and truly just open up and embrace whoever it is that they love and care about.
What was it like when you found out that Jasmine was pregnant?
Devastating. It was devastating because she was so young. But I couldn't let her see that. I had to let her know that no matter what, she's always going to be my princess. That's my Princess Jasmine. And no matter what, that her puppy was going to be there. Even though her mother tried everything in the world to try and get her to have an abortion and just change her mind. I wasn't going to allow that. It's my baby, and no matter how I felt initially, it's still my daughter. and I'm gonna have to support her no matter what.
Do you feel like you failed her when you found that out? Did you feel like any part of it was your fault?
I did initially, yes, because I'm a single father. I can teach a boy how to be a man. I can't teach a girl how to be a woman. And I felt like I failed her because I wasn't there enough to be there when she needed me. Then took me a while to realize, no, that's not my fault. She understands right from wrong. She made her own choices, and those are choices she had to live with. I just had to be there to support her.
What's your dream life?
I'm living it,
You say this is your dream life?
yes. I have 7 beautiful kids. I have beautiful grandbabies. I'm living it. I wouldn't change anything about my life. Because if I changed anything in my past, I wouldn't be the man I am today.
If you could live anywhere, where would you live?
That's a good one. Mommy and I have been discussing this now that you're almost out of here, away at college. I don't know. I like Texas. Mommy doesn't. She says it's too hot. So now I don't know. We're thinking about it. Who knows? Maybe one of the Carolinas or something.
What about on an island?
Mm. I could do that. If it was a private island.
I don't think my mom could. I think she'd be too scared of any sharks or something.
I think Mommy and I would be perfectly fine, just her and I. It doesn't matter where we're at, honestly. As long as we have each other, we're fine.
Okay, let's see. How has being colorblind changed your life? Like, do you ever, I know there's glasses out there, would you want some of those glasses? Like, do you ever think about what it feels like to see the color? I mean, I know you could see some colors, but like, if you get a color wrong, does it make you feel?
It's funny that you asked that because Jasmine, she's constantly asking me to give her my prescription because she wants me to get those. I don't know. I don't know what it would feel like because I've lived this way my whole life. So if all of a sudden now I could see colors, I don't know. I've seen those commercials on TV where guys start breaking down crying. I would hope I'm not going to be one of those, but I don't know. I didn't find out until I was 17 that I was colorblind. And when I did, I was at the MEP Center, taking all my tests for Navy. I found out that they wanted me to be a nuclear engineer. And I couldn't do it because I was colorblind. I called my mom up and I was crying like a little girl. I'm on a payphone in front of all these guys. I'm crying. I'm like, Mom, I'm colorblind. And that's when I found out my grandfather was colorblind. And I don't know, you just accept it. But as far as if I could see color, I don't know. I don't know what that would feel like.
Would you want to?
I mean, yeah, of course. Anybody that's colorblind would love to see color, but I can't say how I would react.
Do you think it would be like a whole new world?
Oh, I'm sure it would. How many times have you and Mommy told me that, no, that's not what that is. It's this color or that color. I don't know. I can't see.
Except for the bright orange, like highlighter colors, those aren't pretty.
But I mean, yeah, of course it would be a whole new world.
Do you want the glasses?
I don't know. I mean, I'm at that age to where I don't even know how I would react if I had them.
Let's see this. If don't think about the money or anything, like how much they cost. If you could have them, would you get them? Or do you think, are you scared of like,
I think I am, because I think I would feel bad about everything that I missed out on my whole life. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, because it would be like being born again. Now, all of a sudden, now you can see everything. But then I would be like, why couldn't I see this when I was younger?
yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. Good question, though. It's just crazy.
How can you tell like when it's like a green light, like when you're driving? The green, I mean, you can tell by like the red, the yellow, and the green?
Because they're always in the same position. They're always in the same position. So once it moves from one spot to another, you know what it is.
How didn't you know when you were a kid? Like you didn't never got your colors wrong or anything? Like you know how in kindergarten they teach you like this is blue, this is red.
You gotta realize I was going to school in the 70s.
Oh, that's true.
Okay? Like how they give you guys these colorblind tests and stuff like that. They never did that for us.
But like you know in kindergarten when they didn't. What did you learn in kindergarten?
I mean, if you color, you color. They're not gonna tell you, oh, you can't color it this color.
I know, but you know how like they'll teach you your colors? Like grandma never taught you your colors. You know how like now kids have like the books that are like 1, 2, 3 and ABCs and all
Well,
the
yeah,
colors.
I mean, like your ABCs and stuff like that, and yeah, but as far as colors, it wasn't like you had to. If you didn't, you failed if you didn't know what yellow or red or green or blue.
Well, sometimes our assignments are color like number color, like, and I forgot what grade I was in, but you had to color it by number. Like
Yeah.
it would be like 4 times 4 equals 8. So all the multiplication problems that equal 8 had to be a certain
Yeah,
color.
no, they didn't have no stuff like that when I was a kid. No, they didn't have that. And if I needed to buy my mom clothes, I had 4 sisters. I'd give them money, go buy mom clothes. And that would be my birthday or Christmas gift or whatever.
They wouldn't steal your money.
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yeah. I fell asleep one time and because I've been working since I was 13. Yeah, and I think I was like 14 or something. I had, I don't know, $200 or whatever. And Tita Tara, she comes, wakes me up because I was sleeping because I was tired. I just got home from work. Ruffy, let me get $20. Give her, I don't know, $40, $60. And then I wake up, I'm like, where's my money?
Mm-mm. Do you want more dogs?
No,
Why?
because 3 is enough.
Guess.
If we have more land, yes.
What was your dream dog? Did you have a dream dog?
I've had so many dogs throughout my life. I don't know if I've ever really had a dream dog. No, you know what? I would love a husky. I would love to get a husky. Mommy wants one of those little Pomskies.
Aren't those like $5,000?
Yeah,
Something like
and
that.
I'm gonna spend that. She's está loca.
Mom doesn't even like the dogs we have now, and she wants a Pomsky. I heard huskies cry, like they whine.
No, they just like being outside. They don't like being cooped up.
But if you're living in a hot place, huskies need to be cold, don't they? Aren't they like winter dogs?
No, as long as they're outside. As long as you have shade for them, water, they're fine.
I saw videos that owners would give their huskies like ice baths. Get
Yeah,
like
or
one of
you
the
put
cables.
ice cubes in their water.
Really? I want ferrets. Would you get a ferret?
No,
Why not?
I don't want a rat in the house.
It's not a rat.
I don't want a rat in the house.
What's one of your favorite dishes that you've made being a chef?
That's really good. I've actually made Mexican sushi that was amazing.
Mexican sushi, that's a thing?
It's a hybrid. I intertwined Japanese and Mexican flavors. It was really good. That's excellent. I don't know. I mean, my carbonara is excellent. It's my Corsican minestrone. There just so many dishes. It's hard to just pick one. I've never had a complaint on anything I've cooked. Wait, I'm not gonna say that. I have had people that want their steaks killed.
What does that mean?
That means they want them well done. So, I mean, if they want to eat shoe leather, then that's just terrible. Nobody should ever eat a steak well done. That's just nasty.
What if that's their preference?
It's still gross. Why are you going to spend $60 on a piece of meat and then have them cook it till it's burnt?
I can't eat meat when it's red.
Yeah, but so then you eat it medium. You don't eat it to where it's like
Charcoal?
nasty. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't
And
sound
there's
good.
people that eat it like that. It's all dry and everything. It's like burns me up.
Okay, let's go eat now. I'm hungry.
Okay, interview over.
Interview's over.